What the hell is that?
Greetings, fellow mortals. Just a reminder, saying it's just my opinion is for cowards. Woo boy, The Last of Us, where to even begin? I have a very complicated relationship with the series, if you can call 2 stories an actual series. Yes, despite existing for well over a decade now, there are only 2 actual parts to the story. Now, you would never know this, considering how many different versions of them actually exist. The games have had multiple remasters, to the point that Naughty Dog had more versions of these 2 parts, these 2 games, than the entire Uncharted series combined, and there are like 6 games in that franchise.
And over and over and over.
Okay, Clay, I get the point.
No, you don't!
And you know what? I like the first part. It's good. I enjoyed it the first time through, and the second time through. Less the third time, even less the fourth time, and now what is this? The 5th time? And with how overpraised it is, I'm pretty much done with it at this point. Even if the fight in the hospital created a burst of rage in me that I haven't felt in any way with video games other than with difficulty. And I cannot take away the realization that I would be an awful person if I became a father.
I also have something to say. I have done nothing wrong, ever, in my life.
I know this. And I love you.
The second part, I've softened to it over the years at least. I don't enjoy it or like it, but I kind of can ignore that it's even there at this point, and at least I can admit the combat is fun. My wife accuses me of enjoying tragedy, explicit material a little bit too much, but I like it wrapped up in at least some positivity, like One Piece or Chainsaw Man or something like that. Last of Us Part 2 just keeps kicking you while you're down. There is no positivity at all, and I still have a few problems with some of the creative decisions that they made, but whatever, it is what it is.
I have an intense, burning indifference.
And you know what I have come to realize? It could have been a lot worse, because The Last of Us Part 2, at least the game version, is at least tonally consistent. Its characters act relatively consistent. The voice acting is phenomenal. The graphics and character models have been painstakingly worked on to the point of absurdity. Must have been those 80-hour grind weeks. The crunch was so bad that they've been releasing the same game for 5 years because they're still tired.
Yes, die, die, die! I have everything and you have nothing!
You cannot, however, say the same thing for Season 2 of the show. Woo boy, oh my god, did that suck or what? Talk about having 3 to 4 episodes worth of content and stretching it out into 7 hours. The first season did that a bit too. Things were a bit too drawn out, but this takes the cake. The second game has enough content for a single season, maybe a season and a half. That's it. Not 3, and you can feel it with each minute of Season 2.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And the stuff they decided to expand on in this, oh my goodness, except for episode 2, it was all so boring. Yeah, minor spoiler alert if you don't know at this point. Pedro Pascal is not in most of this, and these actors suck in comparison to him. He's overly cast to the point of being overexposed, but he's still got skill in his field. The same cannot exactly be said for the other main and supporting characters. Oh my god, the performances and the chemistry were not good at all, especially with Ellie and Dina. Bill and Frank, this was not. And they're all out on a dangerous, bloody mission of revenge, yet they're joking around and flirting and sleeping together, and I'm like, what? I'm sorry, I thought this was wartime, not intimate material time, and the dialogue was just plain awful. What is even happening right now? Is the point to get me to hate them? Because it worked. I really never want to listen to them ever again, and it seemed like the rest of the audience felt the exact same way. So let me get the plan straight. They killed off Joel, which was expected, but they are also taking a big old dump on him at every possible passing moment, outright telling the audience that he sucked and that we should hate him. Yet at the same time, we're following characters who intend to avenge him, despite hating him and thinking that he sucks, while also acting like the most obnoxious teenagers conceivable out in the dangerous wasteland of the apocalypse. Also that next season, we can change perspectives to see that we've been on the bad guy side this entire time.
Hans, are we the baddies?
And you expect fans to just jump right back into this, to follow a character who killed the previous antagonist, who is going to be demonstrated to be the best person to ever be the best, who is beloved by everyone. They're supposed to forget that she killed someone who selflessly saved her without hesitation. And you want viewers to wait 2 years for this and not feel burned out or betrayed to the point that they just don't give up on this mess altogether.
That was the plan.
Not a great plan.
Say what you want about the game, and plenty of people have, including me, but part 2 was a completed product at the very least. Once you started it, you were kind of obligated to finish it. What's to stop an already diminished audience from abandoning this or looking up spoilers? If there are 2 years between seasons, that means that there are 4 more years before the end. Oh my God, 4 more years of The Last of Us, 2029. The same story is going to be retold for 16 years straight.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Yeah, my gut instinct is telling me that season 4 will probably be canceled at this rate. I'm only watching out of pure horrified fascination at this point. I can't say that I'm angry at all. I haven't been mad at part 2 since the day after I finished it. It's broken my ability to care. The only time I've liked anything from the duology past 2020 was when episode 3 of season 1 and episode 2 of season 2 came out. Those were the only sections which were better than the original, especially the giant zombie attack.
Hey, who left this bowl of onions here?
This is a train crashing through dozens of different cars. In fact, I can't see the end of this wreck. It just keeps going and going and going. Even as the season ends, I'm watching the fallout with Neil Druckmann, who is slowly unraveling as his world crumbles around him. He is retconning part 1 so much that he's reminding me of J.K. Rowling. Guess what, lady? If you wanted Dumbledore to be gay, why didn't you have that happen in the books when we were reading them?
Well, we're waiting.
Yeah, taking away the ambiguity of Joel's decision at the end of part 1 is pretty dumb. Why do you think that he did the right thing if, through the word of God trope, you confirmed that the Fireflies would have created a cure and spread it across the world? I believe Joel did the right thing, but that's because the Fireflies obviously couldn't actually make a cure by killing Ellie 5 minutes after finding her. If they can kill one person and magically fix the world, then my entire opinion changes.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
This is not a sign of someone who feels stable right now. Do you want to know what J.K. Rowling did after Harry Potter? Ruin her legacy and never make another interesting story ever again. That's why they're redoing Harry Potter. Same thing happened with Neil. The Last of Us is over. The show is falling apart and there won't be any new games. Even the multiplayer one was scrapped. That leaves his intergalactic game, which doesn't even have a release date yet.
But I've been telling you this is all going to end badly.
Let me put it to you this way. There's a solid chance that Intergalactic is going to be a PlayStation 6 exclusive, ranging from $80 to $100, and half of Naughty Dog's original fanbase will not buy it because they hated Last of Us Part 2 so much, and the other half will be divided because Neil Druckmann won't stop making games where he's doing public therapy sessions about his anger towards Palestine.
I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that. I shouldn't have said that.
there is a solid chance that he will say something stupid in the next few years that turns away people because his opinions on controversial topics. His game will probably bomb financially. His show will be canceled. His reputation in gaming will fall apart. His Hollywood connections will dump him. It's a tragedy in motion. It's one of the reasons I just can't turn away, because this guy is writing his own downfall as we speak.
Well, that's the end of me.
And you could argue, oh, he already has his money, he'll be fine. Yeah, I'm not saying he's going to be financially ruined by this, just like J.K. Rowling. But sometimes it's not about the money. Sometimes it's about your own happiness. It's about your legacy. And no one really thinks that highly of J.K. Rowling anymore. And I think the same thing is going to happen to Neil Druckmann.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message. Everything burns.
I feel no glee, I feel no sadness. I've been broken by this nonsense. As time goes on, my old fond memories for part 1 fade, leaving me more indifferent as new sections of the story and remakes and remasters and whatever come out. I only continue onward because I know I have to see how this ends. No, not the actual show's storyline, the story happening behind the scenes. The next few years are going to be fascinating to watch because this will not end well.
Well, this sucks.
And no, I'm not going to mock anyone's appearance. It's a really lame thing to do. Bella Ramsey didn't exactly do the best job, in my opinion, but at the same time, the material that she was given was absolutely awful, so it's hard to blame her. But maybe she should have tried just a little bit more to get me to care.
Failure.
As I said, the only part of season 2 that I enjoyed was episode 2, which was actually better than the game, but that was also Abby's episode, so maybe that's the plan, making the only good episode be Abby's episode, so people look forward to having her return and so that she can bully Ellie and her friends around. That'd be actually really nice at this point. You know what? Maybe that plan is working. I'm on Abby's team now. Just kill Ellie and everyone else. They suck.
I think he lost.
But what do you think? Did you watch The Last of Us Season 2? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What about Part 1? What about the craziness surrounding Neil Druckmann? And remember, if you disagree with everything I have to say, that is perfectly fine. After all, everyone is entitled to their objectively wrong opinion.
Now we play the waiting game. No, the waiting game sucks. Let's play Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Thank you all so much for watching.
You're still here?
Good night, everybody. Thank you. You bye. Boom.
Do not despair.